There's a small village in Assam. Quiet, peaceful, surrounded by green fields and the slow, steady flow of the Brahmaputra River. At first glance, there's nothing unusual about it. But locals will tell you, this is not an ordinary place. This is Mayong, the legendary land of black magic. For centuries, people here have claimed to do things that science still cannot explain. Some say this is where magic is real. Others believe it's where reality bends. Either way, Mayong has guarded its secrets for hundreds of years. Wait, let me explain. Mayong lies about 40 kilometers from Guwahati, tucked beside the great river Brahmaputra. It looks like any other Indian village: simple homes, ancient temples, farmland stretching into the horizon. But its past is wrapped in myth, fear, and fascination. Old records from the Mughal era mention this very place. Travelers wrote of strange rituals, of men who could heal the sick, calm wild animals, or make coins vanish from a closed fist. Even today, the villagers speak of ancestors who practiced mantras from the Atharva Veda, ancient verses believed to hold the power to control nature, spirits, and even the human mind. But the strangest story of all is what happened here nearly 700 years ago. In the year 1337, Sultan Muhammad Shah led an army through Assam, nearly 1 lakh soldiers strong. The plan was simple: invade, conquer, and march forward. But when his forces reached Mayong, they vanished. Not defeated, not retreated. Vanished. No bodies, no weapons, no trace of an army that size. Only silence in the forest. Local legends say the tantric masters of Mayong used mantras to make the army disappear into thin air. Even Mughal chroniclers wrote about it. Historians have debated the story for centuries, but no one has ever found proof of a battle, or the remains of that army. It's as if the earth swallowed them whole. After that, Mayong's reputation grew. It became known as India's hidden capital of occult learning. For generations, the village produced bezes, healers and mystics who combined ancient tantra, meditation, and herbs to heal or to harm. They were said to stop bleeding with a single word, to cure paralysis through touch, to call lost animals back home by whispering their names into the wind. Some could hypnotize with their eyes, others could move objects without touching them. Outsiders feared them, but within Mayong they were respected, seen as protectors, teachers, and guardians of secret knowledge. Even in modern times, the mystery hasn't faded. In the 1970s, researchers visited Mayong and discovered palm leaf manuscripts filled with handwritten mantras in Sanskrit. Some of these are still kept in the Mayong Central Museum and Emporium, right in the heart of the village. Inside are ritual daggers, talismans, and scrolls that no one can fully translate today. Locals say the language itself was part of the spell, meant to be spoken, not studied. Of course, scientists dismiss it as folklore, a mix of suggestion, psychology, and coincidence. But even the most rational visitors admit something about Mayong feels different. Some describe a light-headed pull in the air. Others say they lose track of time while walking through the forest. A few claim to hear chanting when no one is there. No study has ever explained these experiences completely. But ask the people of Mayong and they'll tell you. This is not superstition. They don't call it black magic. To them, it's ancient knowledge, the science of energy and intention. It was never meant to harm. It was meant to heal, to protect, and to remind humans that nature listens, if you know how to speak to it. Over the centuries, outsiders misunderstood it, twisted it, and gave it the name witchcraft. But for the villagers, it remains a way of life. Today, Mayong looks ordinary once again. Children play near the river, farmers work the fields, and every morning, the fog rises from the water like a curtain over an old stage. Yet when night falls, and the air turns still, the stories come alive again. They say the old mantras still echo in the wind, that sometimes under the full moon you can hear the faint rhythm of drums deep in the forest. No one knows who plays them, Maybe no one ever will. Ask any local and they'll smile and say,
Magic never left Mayong. It just hides when the sun rises.
so the next time someone tells you that magic isn't real, remember the small village in India where an entire army disappeared, and where faith, fear, and mystery still live side by side. And that is the story of Mayong, the village that refuses to be explained.